Do you ever sit with yourself and think, I'm just tired? Not physically tired, but maybe that too. But tired of the routine, tired of pretending, tired of feeling like you're stuck in a life that you don't even recognize or even enjoy. If you've ever whispered, I don't want this to be my life anymore, this video is for you. I've been there and I want to share what has helped me shift. Not overnight, but gently, realistically, and intentionally. Today, I'm walking you through 5 powerful shifts to help you move forward when you are tired of your own life. Hi, I'm Busola Deborah. I talk about intentional living, productivity that works in real life, and self-care for people who don't always feel like they have time for it. If you are feeling disconnected from your own life right now, you are not broken. And you're not alone. Make sure to subscribe if you want weekly encouragement, real strategies, and honest conversations like this one. The first thing I want you to know is this: being tired of your life doesn't make you lazy, ungrateful, or broken. That tiredness is a signal, not a flaw. It's your mind, your spirit, and your body trying to get your attention. We live in a world that glorifies non-stop hustle, numbing out, and just pushing through. But when you stop and admit that you are tired, that's actually a powerful moment of awareness. Don't rush past that. Sit with it and ask, what exactly am I tired of? What parts of my life feel misaligned or heavy? Where am I performing instead of living? You don't need to solve everything today, but acknowledging the signal is the beginning of change. Earlier last year, I got a news that broke me and made me feel stuck, to the extent that I stopped posting on my YouTube channel for an entire year. If you've been following me for a long time, you would know. At some point, I realized that even though I cannot control what happens to me, I can control what I do about it. So, I got tired of waiting for things to happen as I planned. I decided I was going to continue showing up despite the uncertainties, and made a decision to post videos that I would like to watch in this phase of my life to help anyone out there in a similar situation. So, if this resonates with you, make sure you stick around. It's going to be a beautiful ride. Sometimes we are tired of our lives because we are still playing roles we've outgrown. Maybe you are the fixer, the dependable one, the overachiever, the people pleaser. But those roles, while they might have helped you survive, might be draining you now. Ask yourself, who am I when I'm not performing for approval? What part of my identity no longer serves the life that I want to live? It's okay to evolve. It's okay to say, that used to be me. It's not me anymore. This shift is subtle but huge. It gives you permission to stop living a script someone else wrote for you. For so long, I tied my identity to my time in China. I went to China when I was a teenager and barely knew who I was, to study medicine. China shaped my identity. It was the country that I matured and got to know more about myself. I'm back to take my phone. Do you think I'll leave my phone here? Anyway, let's go. It was also the country that I started creating videos on YouTube. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is the first video I'm ever going to post on YouTube. And that was how most of you found me. If you knew me when I was in China, let me know in the comments. I would like to reconnect with you. And if you're just getting to know me, you're absolutely welcome into the family. It took me a long time to detach from the identity that I built for myself in China. Over there, I was very much aware of my skin color, and it was almost as if I didn't need to do much to be seen. But once I left China and transitioned into the UK, I started to realize that I needed to put in so much effort to be noticed, and that took some time getting used to. I cannot say that I have totally detached from my life in China because it is always going to be a part of me. But I can say that I have learned to put my identity in Christ and not in my immediate environment, because Christ never changes, regardless of your location. When you are tired of your life, sometimes it's not even your life. You are just absorbing too much of everyone else's. So I want you to think about your daily inputs, the things you scroll on social media, the people you talk to, the shows you binge, the news you consume, the food you eat. These things shape your energy, your thoughts, and even your vision of what's possible. Ask yourself, what makes me feel inspired and hopeful? What leaves me feeling drained or inadequate? When you are in control of your inputs, you start creating a mental environment where new thoughts and ideas can grow. There is a saying that goes, "You are what you eat." This doesn't just apply to physical food, it applies to every area of your life. You have the power to create the kind of life you want. If you want to be happy, one way to do that is to surround yourself with happy people. You cannot be around negativity always and expect to be happy. Another way is to think happy thoughts intentionally. There will be times that you are left all by yourself and do not have the influence of happiness around you, but you still have the power to create it within you. You can do this by practicing gratitude journaling, which is when you write down things around you you are grateful for. You will notice that you see more things to be grateful for as time goes on. When everything feels dull or grey, one powerful shift is to create a single point of aliveness in your day. That's something that makes you feel alive. This is one small thing that lights you up, even if it's for 10 minutes. It could be dancing in your room to your favorite song, or sitting outside and feeling the sun on your skin. You don't have to fix your entire life to feel better. You can start with one sacred pocket of time that belongs to you. Over time, these tiny moments of life-affirming joy begin to add up, and then you remember what it's like to feel alive. The beautiful thing is that your brain does not know what is real or not. So if you do things that would normally make you happy, the brain assumes you're happy and releases happy hormones that makes you feel better. We don't get better by wishing things are better. We get better by acting like things are better. And when you feel better, you are able to get things done. This is not to say you are not allowed to process your feelings, but just don't dwell on it too much, especially if it's something you cannot control. I know it takes a lot of intentionality, which is why I am here to encourage you as much as I can. So if you have not subscribed, now is a good time too. Now, let's talk about planning, but not in a way you might expect. I'm not talking about hyper-scheduling your whole life or wake up at 5 a.m. to change everything overnight. I'm talking about gentle, compassionate planning, a way to create space for your future without overwhelming your present. When I was in a season of uncertainty, I started planning differently. I gave myself permission to dream again, even though things were not working as I wanted them to go. I wrote down one major thing I wanted to achieve daily. I tracked my small wins, and not just when I felt the most productive. And the truth is, it's not about finishing everything on your to-do list. It's about taking control of your life and directing it how you desire it to be. Because you are the sum total of the things you do daily. And whether you use a planner, a journal, a sticky note on your mirror, the point is this: when you write things down, you begin to believe it. Your life may not change overnight, but planning small steps forward gives you something powerful: hope. It gives you something to look forward to. It helps you regain control of your time and decide how you want to spend every minute of your day. When I started planning about a decade ago, I was so fixated on making sure everything goes as planned. If something did not go the way I wanted it to go, it would ruin my entire day. But as time went by, I realized that, in as much as I had control of making plans, I didn't have control of what each day brings. So I learned to be flexible and only use my planner to guide my days, thereby guiding my life so that I do not leave everything to chance. But at the end of the day, we cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. If you are tired of your own life right now, I want you to hear me say, you are allowed to change. You are not stuck. You are not behind. There is a version of you waiting on the other side of this season. Stronger, clearer, and more at peace. And you don't need to become that person overnight. Just one small intentional step at a time. If this video spoke to you, please subscribe. I share more content like this every week for people who want to live with more clarity and care. You've got this, you're not alone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Mwah. When I was in a season of uncertainty, you remember